Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You, bonus episode 13.
Exciting.
Colleen's favorite number and Stephen King's least favorite number.
Yeah. If you want to get more fun Stephen King facts, listen to episode 27.
So short story edition again, where we tell short stories from Reddit or the tops of our noggins or just from wherever we get them from.
Wherever we goddamn feel like it.
Yeah. Just listen. Okay, let's get right into it. And I'm excited to tell you this first one. Okay.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yay. So this is a Reddit. I was about 4 or 5 years old and my parents had just separated. My mom was living in a 2-bedroom apartment and I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed whenever I was staying with her. Our 2 bedrooms were at the end of the hallway, directly across from each other. Our apartment was on the first floor, and I remember that it was in the middle of the summer, and my mom had a window open in her room, which was directly behind the bed, so like above the headboard. Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the night and remember sitting up and seeing that our cat was sitting in the doorframe of my mom's room. Her door was open, and you could partially see into my bedroom. This was strange because our cat was typically always in bed with us. As I was watching him, he walked into my bedroom and meowed. I turned to face my mom and wake her up. In the 3 to 4 seconds it took her to wake up and ask me what was wrong, we both looked back up in the door frame, and there was a man standing by my open door, making his way out of my bedroom.
Oh my God.
I know. And I thought it was going to take like a paranormal turn, but it was that. So it's just like... I still don't know how she managed to do it so quickly, but my mom proceeded to pick me up and literally...
I know this story.
You do?
Yes.
From where?
A podcast.
Oh, okay.
She tells it herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It was just a random one I picked out on Reddit. Cool.
I almost did it.
Really? Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah, I was, I think it was... the subreddit true scary stories that have happened to you, and it says it can be paranormal, it can be just like a scary story, it could be anything. So I was excited to tell you this one because it wasn't paranormal. I was like, she'll appreciate it. So yeah, my mother proceeded to pick me up and literally throw me out the screen window, and she says again we were on the first floor and it was maybe like a 3-foot drop to the ground because she had to add that in really quick because people were like, what?
Yeah.
Is it in an apartment complex? And she's like, no, it wasn't like that. She quickly followed and we were able to start screaming for help, and someone called 911. The police came but didn't see any signs of forced entry, only that our front door was unlocked, which led them to believe that the man must have exited that way. The strange thing was that my mom swore up and down that she had locked the door that night with the deadbolt and the chain lock. About a week later, she was cleaning the kitchen and opened up our water heater closet and found a notebook with names and drawings, as well as a pair of gloves and some gum wrappers. The police were called again, but all they could do was speculate that the man had been in our house and hid until we were asleep. Very creepy. I don't like that notebook. No. Don't like the gloves either. Weird that he just like left though. Like what was he doing?
I think if I remember, her bedroom, mom's bedroom had the window, and her bedroom did not have a window. So I think what his anticipation was is that the little girl was going to be in the room and that there wouldn't be any like route for her to escape.
Oh, okay.
And then the other part was, at least when she tells her story, is like she doesn't remember this happening, but she starts having these like weird dreams. And her mom was like, finally, like when she's like older, she says she starts having these weird dreams, and it's always like the same thing about this man. And she was like, she finally asks her mom about it, and her mom's like, do you know anything about suppressed memories? And that's when she finally tells her about what happened that night.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That would be like terrifying to like find out that happened though. Like I thought it was just a dream.
Yeah.
No, that's so crazy. That's cool that she told it on a podcast.
Yeah, I'll find the episode, but yeah, it was really good. But yeah, that was on my like back of my noggin ones to tell one time.
Oh my God, that would have been funny if you were going to tell it today.
I know.
Do you have a story?
I do. And mine's a mother-daughter story kind of too.
Love that.
But it's my mom.
Oh.
So it's not really a true crime, but this is a story my mom told me about.
Your mom has so many good stories.
She has so many good stories. This is one that happened to her. And again, it's not true crime, but it's just insane. So my mom was working for a company and she was a programmer. And the company, like the main company, got a job helping with the building of a nuclear power plant.
Whoa.
And so my mom takes the job and she's a programmer. So she's going in to like make sure that the power plant is up and running. There's still a lot of construction going on. Like it is not an active plant, but she takes the job and then she finds out she's pregnant. And so she wants
you?
No, with my sister. So she finds out she's pregnant with my sister and she wants to quit, or she asks, I want to go work from the main office. I don't want to come into the plant.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, there's absolutely no activity here. Like, you don't need to be worried. And like, it's totally safe. And she's just still like nervous because she's pregnant and, all of this stuff. So the person that runs the main contractor, whatever, her boss basically, gets her a Geiger counter.
Geiger counter.
So a Geiger counter. And so she takes the Geiger counter with her everywhere while she's working at the plant. And she says, it never showed any indication. She goes, I would bring it home with me and I would put it in front of the TV and I would get the same amount of like activity. But so she's bringing this thing around with her everywhere. And the more she gets pregnant, like she starts showing more.
Yeah.
And she said that, when she would have to go to meetings, that people would ask, well, how do we know who's Deb? And they would never say, oh, she's the pregnant one. They would be like, she's the one with the Geiger counter.
I love that.
And she says that
she's all like holding it up like here.
And she says that the engineers like loved playing with it and like stuff like that. Like people were like fascinated by it, and they would always have to do like they would take it and like do tune-ups. She's like, I don't know what they were doing with it, but they were very impressed by this piece of technology that I had. So
aw,
yeah,
that's really cute. She's just walking around with her Geiger counter.
With her Geiger counter.
I kind of want to see what one looks like.
They
like an EVP. That's kind of what I imagine.
No, well, I guess like kind of. I think there's probably different ones. The one that I've seen in like shows is like they almost have like a wand connected to them, but then some of them they almost look like TV remotes in a way.
Yeah, I was imagining like a TV remote looking thing.
Yeah, but I don't know like what the quintessential Geiger counter looks like.
It would be funny if it was the one with like the metal rod.
Yeah.
She's just like walking around with it.
But yeah. So yeah, that comes from my mom.
I loved that. That was really cute.
Oh, and my sister turned out fine.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. She's not like Spider-Man, like radioactive.
Not that she has told me, but I would hide her identity if she was. So
that would be amazing. Love Spider-Man. She got the Spidey senses. Okay, anyway. So second story. One day while doing my laundry, one of the lights blew out in my basement. My basement is set up so the laundry room is split from the other side of the basement with a wall and a door. In order to get upstairs, you have to exit the laundry room and go through the part of the basement. So the light blew out in the other part, not the laundry room. Of course. As it was the only light on that side, it was pretty dark. I finished the laundry I had to do while dreading the walk through the dark basement. I exit the laundry room, get halfway through the basement, and I hear a loud cackle. Imagine a sound people make when they imitate a witch.
ew.
I thought of the Bell Witch, though.
Yeah, but we love her.
I just like, or like Hocus Pocus, like the witch cackling.
I know. But we love them too.
I know, I love them all. Take that and imagine that the witch had been smoking for 50 years.
Oh my gosh.
Making her voice deeper and hoarser. That is what I heard, clear as day, right behind me. I did not hesitate to bolt for the stairs. I waited until my dad got home and then changed the bulb. I have yet to hear the cackle again, and I have not told a single person in the house about it. But they told Reddit.
Yeah, I was going to say, wow.
I wonder if like maybe it's a house full of skeptics.
Still, I'd be telling everybody.
I would be too.
Yeah. Not a girl's girl.
Right? So, okay, story number 3. I was sitting in my room after getting out of work on the second floor. My little brother is downstairs watching TV. The dog is in the hallway outside my door sleeping. All of a sudden, my dog starts making all kinds of racket, jumping around, barking, clacking nails, howling. I go to get up to see what's going on, and I hear, "Aw, that's a good girl," in a male voice. It didn't sound like my little brother, so I go, "Oh, you're home early," thinking it's my dad's friend, our roommate, as I open the door. Soon as I'm out there, there's no one at all, but the dog is wagging her tail, staring at the empty end of the hallway. My little brother comes upstairs to yell at me for getting the dog riled up, and he said he heard the same voice, thinking it was me or our roommate. We did a once over the house with my butterfly knife and his BB gun, and there was nobody.
Oh.
Still gives me the spooks to this day.
I bet.
Yeah, that is creepy. In our first apartment, I don't remember what we named the ghost, but Copper would always like, because we get up like really early for work back in the day. Like we'd be up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3:30. And Copper would get up too. And it was always the same place, like the kitchen. And, you know, there was like a hallway and you could see the entrance to the kitchen, but not in the kitchen. And he'd be like playing with something, like wagging his tail. And he'd be like barking. And like he doesn't do that. So very weird. At least he was playing though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be different if he was growling.
Yes, 100% agree.
Then the alarm bells are going off. But anyway, so that wraps up my stories. So if you guys have any scary stories to tell us, you can email us at
igsttystories@gmail.com.
or you can message us on social media at
IGSTTY pod, and we're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That's it.
Yeah. I was like thinking. So yeah, drop us a DM, email us, whatever, to tell us your stories if you want to be featured on the next bonus episode. But thank you guys for listening.
Later.